Hello, Toddbog here with Breaking the Stream, and welcome to a new Let's Play of Conquest of Elysium 5. As always, this will be a beginner-friendly playthrough with played to completion. We just finished playing as the Burgmeister, so we ran the little guys around the world and managed to pull off a win. So definitely check that out if you are interested to see how they play. Definitely a fun playthrough in that one, and we got to see a lot of what's good and what's bad about playing as them. So today we're going to start a new game. Usual settings will be a large map. We'll do a random society, and we got to turn on those battle reports. We play with the usual 6 AI for now, and go to count difficulty. If you're curious how to change them all at once, it's the plus key. You just put the number of AI you want, and then you'll change all of them at once using that. And we're going to make sure they're unique, random. And so today, thinking it through, I wanted to see what I wanted to play, right? So there's a few that I haven't played yet, but I think it's time finally to take my Demonologist out for a run. It's one of my favorite classes just because the summons are so great. Definitely a bit luck-based at times, though. But so as you might expect, they summon demons. So you get lesser demons, you get greater demons, and then you get a variety of other troop types and stuff that you can summon. However, your summons aren't completely reliable, so you usually need to overpay for them in order to have a chance to control them. And if you fail, then you have to fight them. So it's definitely a balancing act there, using your resources, but can be truly powerful. So we start in a well-fortified citadel. We can collect sacrifices, which we use to pay for them, and then we do get access to regular troops as well. So, all right, where'd he go? There he is. So we're going to be a Demonologist. So Toddbog the Demonologist will be arriving. And as usual, if you're interested in participating, please leave comments. I will be happy to rename my commanders to represent you in my world here. So this is where we start. We got our citadel itself gives 2 gold. It's quite nice, actually. We'll go ahead and take a look in terms of defenses. It's got some really powerful walls, iron gates, and the second tower. Starting troop-wise, we start with swordsmen, which are pretty good. They are a step up from spearmen, which are slightly weaker because they have this armor. So you're looking at 3 things: armor, hit points, and your damage. But the armor itself reduces all damage by 1. Hit points, as you can see, are 6, and it does 1 to 6 damage. It does have a shield as well, so that's something to look for. Randomly blocks 0 to 1 damage or 0 to 2 against range. So a nice little unit, very decent quality. Crossbows are nice range. 5 range, they do 1 to 5 damage. However, they're only usable every 2 rounds. The comparable is the bowman, which fires every round but only does 1 to 3 damage. So a nice mix. Then there's myself. As you can see, I'm pretty weak, but I am a ritual caster, and we'll look at that in just a bit. But I cast Infernal Magic, and Infernal Magic's probably one of the more powerful magic categories. I'd put that up there with Pyromancy in terms of just sheer attack power, because they could do a lot of damage over a large swath if useful. In this particular case, we've got an Enslave spell, so that's fantastic. That means we can take over enemy troops, so that'll be good to build our army. Summon imps, so we'll summon the little guys. And then we got Blood Boil, which requires a living target, doesn't affect lifeless beings, and can be resisted with magic resistance, but does 1 to 15 damage otherwise. And then Pain does 1 to 10 instead. That's armor resistance. This one is armor negating as well. So in this case, the only difference, doesn't affect lifeless, magic resistance, armor negating, right? Yeah, it's all the same. So in this case, Blood Boil is just the better choice. The only exception is if they're fire resistant. So those are what we have. So we'll be able to cast a single level 2 spell or 2 level 1 spells because we're a level 2 caster. So, and then I got an apprentice who's got spontaneous combustion, which causes things to burn, and flame burst. So, all right. So that's pretty good. Um, so let's see. Rituals. That's the last part we're going to look at. So using sacrifices, which right now we're only getting one per turn, so we have to go and get more for sure. We could do a basic demon summoning. Summons one of the less powerful demons and tries to control it. Do not like being bound in service and can attack you, so you got to make sure you're ready for that. And then for 150, I could do an Infernal Horde. So this one summons a small horde of low-ranking demons. So those are both pretty good. It's going to be a bit though, unless we start getting our resources going. We got our hamlet starts over here and next to a kraken, which is unfortunate because the kraken is amphibious, so it could come into land. So, and I don't have a way to get out there until the water freezes, but we'll worry about that later. And then he's got Imp Summoning, so not my favorite, but can be useful, especially since it's cheap. So as you can see, it says 20 there, and you have this. You could go up to 200% and double the cost, go to 40, but that'll give you a much better chance of controlling what you bring out. So definitely something to keep in mind. All right, I'm going to transfer all of these, and we got to go out and explore. I think we want to kill this bear, though, so it doesn't... Oh, I didn't see it had spiders. Okay. Well, that's going to be interesting. Hopefully we can enslave some of that. So we're just going to let you see. As you can see, every round I automatically move, and then you'll do your attack. So a crossbows went. We're setting them to burn. My lord did something that's going to take 2 turns, so he summoned imps. Okay, that's helpful. As you can see, at base speed, it's pretty slow, but you can follow everything over here, so you can see exactly what's going on. And as you can see, I've got 2 things of poison on him, so he's going to die. So I should have paid attention. I didn't know that this was a mine, so it was better defended. But now I have a bear, because I enslaved it with my magic, Hellbind Heart. And then you can speed things up by hitting the S key or using the controls over here, so we'll do that now. So it looks like we're going to win here, but we did take some casualties. So with battle reports, you could actually view the battles at your leisure. Without them on, you would just see the battle, but then you wouldn't be able to get this screen where you can get the stats. So we lost 5 swordsmen and a crossbowman. That's rough, but we did get a bear. So definitely an interesting force for sure at this point. The bear's pretty beat up, but we did get a silver mine, which was huge. As you can see, 5 gold per turn and iron now, so we can start producing more advanced troops and things like that. So yeah, that was pretty big. Definitely hurt, for sure. Now, this should just be regular deer. Okay, so we're going to murder you guys. So you lose one of 2 ways. You lose by losing all your commanders, or you lose by losing your citadel. So got to be very careful with that. Battle in a forest. So we're going to view this. This should be a lot quicker, though. Yeah, a lot easier there. So, oh, Kraken. You better not take my stuff out. Alright, these guys are tough, but luckily there's only one of them. And I do have a bear. So the bear is cool. It's got 1 armor. That was a change they made in this version of the game. So it makes it a little sturdier. It's got 30 hit points total and 3 attacks. So pretty cool little guy to have. He does sleep in the winter, though, so or has a chance to sleep in the winter. So battle in the plains. Alright, we just straight up murdered him with oh man, this terrain. Oof. That's a lot of wolves. Ancient forests are a monster lair, so they will summon monsters constantly until they don't need to anymore, or until they're taken care of, which is usually you burn them down, but you have to have the right abilities or items to do that. Let's see. I think we're going to go with regular archers. I need the attack every turn as opposed to the higher damage right now. We're not running into things with a lot of armor. This thing does not have any armor at all. So if it decides to attack my citadel now, it'll run into the 5 archers on the wall, and we should win that. So, all right. See, with the ice, we can now make it over there if we needed to, but right now we're just looking around trying to find more sacrifices, essentially. That's exactly what I want. But instead I'm getting a bunch of mines, which isn't terrible. So it's now winter, so winter slows you down. So if you hit I, see the movement cost is 1 normally for plains. It's now 1 plus 1. Woods are 2 plus 1, and so on and so forth. So we're definitely slowed down by the snow. Also affected is our gold income, snow reducing gold income by 50%. However, it does not affect mines, so that's why it's very important to have those to get you some reliable gold income during the winter months as well. So plus that iron. Scout. Yeah, let's get the scout. Scouts allow you to spot invisible or hidden units, so it's definitely useful there. This is a coal mine. It's just a lesser version of the iron mine. This one's actually better defended. Dwarves are pretty tough because they have 2 armor to go with that shield, so they're just slightly better than my swordsmen in a couple ways. They do more damage as well, and then they're ice and fire resistant. These guys are the best archer in the game because they do 7 range at 1 to 10 damage. However, they're only usable every 3 rounds because they're gunpowder weapons. So, all right. Let's see if we've got ourselves a new guy. Oh, I didn't see the archer. Okay. So, not bad. Bear's getting healthy. Yeah. Alright, giant ants. These guys are dangerous. They have 21 hit points, 2 armor. They fire acid, which is armor negating, so it ignores all your armor. And they have a bite. So these guys, it's one or the other, though. You either shoot the acid spray or bite. But the acid spray hits up to 2 targets. Excuse me. So those guys are interesting. Question is, do I go for... Yeah, let's go for the coal mine. Alright, so we'll view this battle here. So they killed my swordsman. Yep, I officially have no swordsman, so I have just the bear. So, and of course the ants take that. I'm not going to be able to fight them with no melee troops, so we'll head back. And we'll pick up some melee troops back home soonish. We'll have to wait a turn here, unfortunately. Alright, so when I'm recruiting, you can hit the R button and it'll show all your recruit locations. If you want to specifically recruit from a location, hold the right mouse button on the location of your choice and it'll show up. So we'll show that off a little bit later as well, but for now, we've got the iron, so let's grab some swordsmen. And we'll leave 2 archers behind to defend. And we can go ahead and... Ooh, coastal hamlet. We'll take the coastal hamlet. Alright, excellent. We got ourselves a port here. So we're going to need more of an army to fight it. But the port gives 3 sacrifices, trade, and all sorts of other good stuff, so that's fantastic. Yeah, we'll just come back and take our iron mine. He's just in the middle of these kelp forests here, huh? Alright, go ahead and move. Alright, drought. All income for farms is reduced. Gotta go kill you. At least we doubled our sacrifice income. Lagash, the High Cultist, has been eliminated, slain by independents. So that means they must have taken his citadel while he was away. Or maybe he just got killed out in the wild, attacking something he shouldn't have attacked. So, alright. Just looking around, that's the idea right now. I should have taken the iron mine, darn it. Drought's over. Alright, I don't want to run into the snow at this time, so we're going to come here, overrun them, and then we'll come over here and we'll pick up the iron mine next turn. Those ants are just hanging around our territory, ready to attack our coal mine. Nope. Okay. Alright. So this has got 20 goblins on it that we can see. Oh, I do have my scout with me, don't I? Yeah. Okay. So that is all it has, is 20 goblins. There's absolutely no reason for me to attack it. I can't do anything about that ancient forest anyways. Right? Yeah, I don't have the burning powers to get rid of the forest yet. Yeah, I'm gonna lose my swordsman, but let's do this. We'll probably lose the bear too. Alright, we got a Cloud Lord. That's fantastic. Alright, Battle in the Mountains. Let's view it. Yeah, I got an ant though. So I traded the bear for an ant. It's actually not a bad trade as things go, so. Alright, what do you got? 7 units here, huh? And I have gold, so let's go ahead and put some more archers on the walls. Because we're going to need them in case he decides to attack. Okay, he decided to come into range of us. So the Cloud Lord is cool because, you know, they fly. This guy's got decent armor and a ice armor, so if it was cold, it'd be even better. But these guys are pretty trash tier otherwise. As you can see, no armor, no shield, 1 to 4 damage, and they have 6 hit points. So they're slightly beefier, and then their archer is just your standard archer. Except they fly and have cold resistance. So we should be able to easily crush them with what we've got here. So we'll do that, get them out of our hair here, and then we'll continue our fight. And they got a weapon master as well. Interesting. Alright. And now I got a Cloud Lord captain. Alright. Storm Captain. So normally a Storm Captain is a leader, so you could use them to move things around. However, when you enslave them, they do not count as a leader. As you can see, I don't have them show up in my leader categories here. However, if you were to charm them, you could still use them as a commander. And there's the rest of their army. So supposedly with the latest patch, which dropped a few days ago, they made the Cloud Lord smarter. And yeah, that is actually a little more powerful for sure. Yeah, it's a little tricky with them. Let's grab some more swordsmen. Grab the swordsman, and we'll grab the archers there. So air elementals are a little rough because they project lightning, which is armor negating and does 1 to 10 damage. Plus they're ethereal, so that means normally you always hit with your attacks. It's just a matter of whether your damage can break through their enemy armor. However, in this case, 1 in 4 attacks will land as opposed to all your attacks. So that's a pretty good defensive thing by itself. So that makes them a little harder to kill, and they've got 20 hit points. So now, since they have no armor, a horde of archers usually is your thing, but they also have an air shield, so half of archery attacks won't hit. So you're only hitting with 1 in 8 archery attacks because of etherealness and the air shield. So pretty rough. The rest of this is trash. Murder of Crows, 3 hit points and 1 to 2. They do have tiny though, so that means half of the attacks that aren't area effect will miss them. And then you have the Swan, which are 3 hit points and just 1 attack damage. So, however, he is a Storm Magic level 2 caster, so I definitely don't want to mess with them. They're going to do a lot of damage to us. We're getting close to, though. We could do our first summon if we want to. We could do the Imp Summoning right now, but I don't like the Imps as much unless you get lucky and get the caster types. So, give me just a moment. I'm going to step away for just a sec, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I had to get a glass of water, clear up my throat here. Alright, so I gotta click here. So we got ourselves a decent force, and we recruited here. That should be sufficient to take out our friend here. Again, concerning things, Storm Magic level 2 is going to be more lightning stuff. And the problem with all of it is it strikes anywhere, so it could kill my lord. But they are threatening my territory, so let's see if we can dissuade them of that. Alright. Let's crush them. Alright, the Cloud Lord's been eliminated, so yeah, it looks like despite improvements to the Cloud Lord AI being in the patch notes, they're still doing the same thing. They range out and they just get themselves killed. Maybe because they don't know how to use their mobility correctly, but we're going to go ahead and show off the battle here to demonstrate the benefits of their power. So, alright, so things I'm worried about. The lightning. Chain lightning, that's a nasty one, because that bounces up to 8 times, doing 1 to 5 damage, armor negating, and then summon clouds. So I hope he's going to spend time summoning clouds and casting guide arrow, but we'll see. So as you can see, let's see, he attacked, and the air elemental, cloud elemental. Oh, I didn't see the cloud elementals. Yeah, I would have seen him if I looked at him after I moved for the scouting, but that's alright. Oh yeah, so the cloud elementals just do a smaller version of the lightning, so. Oh, and then he does a gust of wind, burst 9 in close combat. So yeah, it's just a nasty thing overall. And as you can see, we already both hurt him. So yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. But we did eliminate him, so now we don't have to worry about him. Roberto, though, got himself an affliction, so when you take damage, there's a chance you'll get afflictions if you don't die, obviously. And feeble-minded is the worst one I could have gotten. That sucks. So now he has no magic, because feeble-minded will affect their magic abilities, reducing them. So, of all the things, you bastard. Alright. Well, obviously, we got to go back home and lick our wounds. I should take these things, but we're going to need just about everything. So let's go ahead and grab some swordsmen for now. And yeah, we're going to definitely need some archers, and we're going to need to let our guys heal up as well. So it was rough. Those 2 extra clouds really changed the dynamic of it. Let's see, we'll get some archers because we need those. Alright. And then we'll get 1 more unit of swordsmen, and then we can go ahead and head back out. Since that's actually going to take several turns, we'll come up here and we'll get our mines under control again. So, alright, we'll take the farm and take that. Okay. Come back here again, and we'll do the... What do I need? Probably some swordsmen, right? Yep. Okay. Yep, they killed my scout as well, which is unfortunate, but... What are you going to do? 2 Kraken. So, Krakens are cool, but they're pretty easy to take out, only because they have that 43 hit points with 0 armor. So, they do have a lot of attacks, though, so they can do damage against unarmored troops, but once your troops get armored, it becomes harder for them to kill things. So, alright, we'll go ahead and head out. Luckily, we're making decent income, even in the winter, so can't complain too much. It is rough, though, especially having 2 ancient forests near us. Means a lot of random animals are going to be attacking. Oop, nope, we're not able to burn forest yet. Alright. Let us go ahead and we're going to go up to double, and we're going to do a demon summoning just so you can see what that's about. It's not my favorite in terms of efficiency, but got ourselves a Fiend of Darkness. So, Fiend of Darkness, frontline attacker. Has 38 hit points and attacks twice for 1 to 7 damage, so that's pretty good. Key thing they have is they're stealthy, so they're hard to spot. Oftentimes they're hiding in tribal villages in the southern hemisphere, so definitely an interesting choice for sure. Since it's snowy, we're just moving very slowly, but might as well explore up here while we're here. It's spring again. So we'll go ahead and move here to explore that, and we'll come down. We need to find more sacrifices for sure. Go ahead and murder the deer. Usually there's a bear hiding with deer. A hero has arrived at one of your villages. Nope, just deer. Nice. Alright. Of course it's this one. Alright, so let's see. Doesn't have any weapons or any magic items, which is unfortunate, but I don't know how the ice is going to work with the spring, so we may have to... This is going to suck. He may die. He may fall through the ice because the ice will melt, but... Alright, here we go. So we got castle. This is very well defended, so we're not going to take that anytime soon. But it's another recruit point, a citadel, just like the port acts as a citadel, actually. So that's, if you lose the last citadel, you lose the game, so that's why you want more of those, if possible. Yep, 1 unit drowned in the shallow sea. Not really much I could do, though, because there's nothing to explore for him, and we couldn't get him out, so he would have just had to wait. I guess I could have been patient, but, I mean, who has time for that? Alright, towns are good, though, although this one's fairly well defended with those ballista. I still think it's worth it, though. Especially since this guy flies, he can get up onto the walls and ignore the archers that way. So let's grab that, and yeah, let's crash into the town. And you guys get to see a siege weapon for the first time. Alright, so siege weapons fire during the siege rounds. So it gets 1 shot every 2 rounds. There's 15 siege rounds, as you can see, battle round number -15, and it attacks with a giant arrow. Just deletes units if he hits them. And sometimes he doesn't, but yeah, that was a lot of shots. But now that that's all done, we're down to the regular firing. Now this does still fire, unlike other siege weapons. It can actually fire during regular combat, but it only does once every 4 rounds. So it's going to fire 1 more. And I'll just speed this up here. Of course, this goes for the walls instead of the actual archers. So that's fine. And now we have a ballista. Okay. So we lost 7 archers, a swordsman, and a giant ant. That was rough. It shouldn't have been as bad as that, but they got some lucky shots in. But we did take the town, and more importantly, we got 3 more sacrifices going. We've got a ballista we can use for siege now, which is kind of cool. But it does slow us down. So as you can see, there's action points are 3, but one of them's dark because the ballista is slow. So what I think I will do is I'll leave the ballista here for now. And we'll start... I want to leave an archer behind too, huh? Let's leave this wounded crossbowman. What do you got? A chest wound? Yeah, it's because Roberto doesn't... he's got a never healing wound now. And he's just getting worse and worse. He could still do his rituals, though, so... we may just end up leaving him at home. Alright, coastal hamlet. That's even better. So we'll go ahead and take that. And then there's a tower. So towers are just a pure citadel. But they are also a monster lair, so they will spawn king's troops. As you can see, these are these guys are gray. Why'd you come on land, you stupid bastards? These are gray. These guys are a bluish gray. Those represent the king's troops. They have a different approach to things. Like this one here. He's taking my stuff. We need to put archers on the wall here. Took my silver mine as well. They're just taking all my stuff while I'm away. Taking advantage of me. Battle in a coastal hamlet, so this should be fairly straightforward. What the heck did they do? Yeah, captain attacks with broadsword. Took 4 and took 9. They just obliterated him. Stupid thing. So all those sacrifices down the drain, and that's part of the reason why I don't like it. It's not the best of the demons you can get, but most of the demons aren't that great. Let's see, Coastal Hamlet. Coastal Hamlet. So this is just going to spawn King's troops eventually, but let's... Of course, there's something here. So ambush, because I don't have my scout, I can't see what's there, and this is going to be bad. Oh no, just gobos. Okay. That's not bad. We'll go ahead and kill the snakes. We got to grab all these coastal hamlets here for sure. Let's go ahead and grab some swordsmen, because we're going to need those. And eventually I think we'll do a recruit of some sort of hero, so we can send them out and retake our stuff. So, snakes, nice and easy. So those are a lot of sacrifices we picked up. So we're up to 7 per turn. So I'm going to save up for the big one there. So go ahead and quickly march back. We got a captain actually, so that's good. So the captain can now lead troops here. He doesn't do anything else that's special, but we'll go ahead and grab this for now until we can get more troops for you. Stupid. It's gonna take my stuff. Alright. So we can view the bear battle. I was hoping we'd take him, but that's fine. That's fine. Alright. We're gonna work our way back and chill with all these threats to our stuff because of the Kraken. Alright, scout a cultist. Okay, we definitely want that cultist. We have just enough gold for him, so we'll get another spellcaster now. So Tervang has spontaneous combustion and blood boil. Perfect. Those will both be very useful. So we'll group them up together, just like we did our friend. And then we'll slowly march our way back and start taking care of the local populace here. Spring, perfect. Chill there. Next turn we'll be able to do another recruit. Another captain, we don't really need that. Alright, let us get ourselves some swordsmen here. And then with this force, I gotta wait. Because that Kraken is threatening. Alright, perfect. So we're going to take care of that Kraken. And hopefully take him. That would be really cool. Over here, we've got enough to take out the captain and 4 Pikeneer. So Pikeneer are interesting because they have the range 2, so they can attack from behind other troops. Go ahead and snag those, and let's go ahead and crush them. And then we can retake our local area, and then we'll go ahead and call the video here. So, Battle in the Plains. Oh, it's got a magic item. Eye of the Old One, so it'll provide regeneration and you'll lose an eye. If I could give it to him, that would have been great, but yeah. And he's now ours. Okay, so I don't give it to him. I'll show you what that's about here in just a sec. Okay. So we lost 3 swordsmen in that battle, and we lost a swordsman but gained a Kraken, so definitely cool. And I got another hero in this village, of course. Of all the villages, or hamlets, that he could appear in, he's in that one. So, no magic item as well, so that's fine. And, yeah, so go ahead and move here before I forget about it. So, yeah, the Kraken has the ability to regenerate, which is phenomenal. Which could have been really bad for us, but our spellcasting took care of that. If he had witchery or troll magic, you could do it, but it's cursed, so I cannot move it from person to person. But with that regeneration, his lost eye will stay, unfortunately. But if he has any other afflictions, those will cure, and he gets 5% of his hit points back each turn. So very cool. So anyways, we'll go ahead and call it here. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. And I will catch you guys next time.